Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans and aliens alike, welcome back to my garage. If you happen to catch the last video with the L500 build, we did actually lose a little bit of money on that one. I'll go ahead and show the breakdown of what we did on that last video. Now, as you can see, it wasn't a huge loss, but it was a loss nonetheless. Now, we might have been able to avoid some of those. We might have been able to avoid a little bit of that if we wouldn't have bought in a couple parts, but that's quite all right. So we're going to kind of do the same thing on this one. Today we're going to be working on this beautiful lad. We got it down at the junkyard. I believe that is the same price that we paid for it, but I will look it up just to double check. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started, and let's see how much we can actually make off of this thing. All right, I think that will do it right in that spot. And before we get started, we are going to go ahead and actually get rid of all this down at Steve. Okay, and just like that, it is all cleaned up. It looks like we made close to 200 bucks. I think we had 31111 3111. So let's go ahead and just get this thing washed first. See what color it is. Oh, we got a nice, well, let's see. I'm a little bit colorblind, but I think this is black. Well, it looks pretty damn black to me. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this all cleaned up real quick. All right, and just like that, it is all clean. We got a 5-star clean state. I don't believe the value went up at all. I don't remember what it said, 13 something probably. But anyway, let's get this hung up on the rack. And let's go ahead. What should we start with? I think we're going to start with, as you can tell, this thing has been through the ringer. I feel like we pulled it out of the bottom of a lake or something. So first things first is we're just going to remove all of the interior bits, like these door panels and such. So let's go ahead and get started. And I think what I'll end up doing with this episode, or with this car anyway, is break it up into a couple different episodes. So I'm not rushing through and we're not having to do any kind of crazy cuts. I mean, obviously I just cut the washing bit, but we all know how the hell the car was washed, and I don't really think anybody wants to watch that. But yeah, so I think we'll kind of cut it up into multiple episodes. But let's go ahead and get this back seat out, this front seat out. Oops, we got to grab the other side real quick. There we go. I guess I should probably just go ahead and pull this out. So we'll set it over here. Nice thing about with removing all of the interior pieces is when we do get, when we buy new interior pieces, everything is going to match. So, all right, get up. Stand up, please. Okay, let's get these seats out here. All right, there we go. Let's see if we have anything else that we can remove. I don't know if this e-brake, nope, it doesn't look like it's hooked up. That's fine. Okay, that looks like everything. I don't think there's a sealing on there. We're going to grab the pry tool just to be safe. Yeah, there's nothing left in there. Okay. So next up on the good old chopping block is going to be, well, we're probably going to do a rust grind, I think. Let's see, how much is it worth now? Okay, it's worth a little bit less. No gas tank. There is a crappy engine. I guess we could go ahead and pull that out, actually. This is going to be basically a full-blown, it's going to be like a full-blown rebuild, similar to how we did the bike. We're going to completely disassemble it. I can get my controls straight here. Let's get the one on the frame here, and then we should have this one. Okay, we already got the one on the frame there. What about down here on the starter? Let's see. Come on, grab it, would you? Okay, there we go. So now we can grab the wires off, which is pretty junky. And yeah, let's go ahead and start pulling out the engine. We'll go ahead and grab this hose here. Now this is actually a good part. We're going to stick the good parts over here on the right. We'll have to grab a screwdriver for that. Does it look like there's a couple good parts on this engine? But let's... Oh, there's not even a cross member on here. So let's pull off the alternator first, so we can set this one to the side. Let's see, how good is it? Used, but still works. That's fine. We're not going to waste money on brand new parts if we don't have to. That is something that we have learned. And in this one, we can also be using some of the parts I have in the garage there when we do our rebuild. So I won't be wasting all kinds of cash, right? So let's go ahead and get the rest of this transmission off here. And I think what we'll do as well, since we're very limited on funds now, we will end up taking the trailer over to the shop over there to get the parts that we need for this thing. Okay, I think this is the last bolt right there. And it is... Oh yeah, the fuel line, that's the last one. Oh, there we go. Okay, there is the engine, and let's take a look at it. Oops. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Oh, we actually have 3 good pistons in here. Everything else, though, is looking pretty shot. So let's go ahead and get this flipped around, possibly. I'm going to have to pull off this damn fuel pump. I think it keeps tilting me. Okay, yeah, I think we got that. Yeah, we sure did. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this tilted over real quick here. The actual, the dipstick is actually screwing me. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, so how you guys doing? How have you been? Have any of you picked up Starfield or playing Starfield? I actually just got done playing it right before now. It's about 6:30 in the afternoon. On what day is today? I don't even know what the hell today is, actually. Well, I'm not sure what the day is, but it's September 1st. So whatever the hell September 1st is, that's what day we are. I think this is good. It doesn't seem like oil pans actually go bad. But I have about 15 hours into it already. I started playing it yesterday at 6 p.m. Yeah, should I pull off the pistons first? I should have probably... It says a bit used, but as new. So yeah, we're going to keep the pistons. Let's pull off the whole crankshaft first, actually. I don't know if I need to actually take the pulley off, so let's just do this and see if it comes out. Oh, it does. Flywheel and all. Actually, the crankshaft itself is actually in good condition. So we'll get the rest of these pistons off, including this bad one and the pulley. Now let's go ahead and get the clutch parts off here. There we go. And I think this will die soon. Okay, so we will not be using that. Oops, that's actually quite a good throw. How about this piece here? A bit used, but as new. Oh, okay. I thought it was actually really bad if those little pieces weren't red. So we will actually keep that. We're just going to scoot these over here real quick. And let's get the flywheel off. But yeah, so far I'm really, really loving Starfield. It's really, really good. Let's see, it looks brand new. Awesome. So we're going to just throw all these in the bag. Of course, I've been playing it on PC. So yeah, it's been running really great for me. Over 100 frames, and it's really, really good. If you have Game Pass on the 6th when it actually comes out, I would highly recommend playing it. And if you are a huge fan of Bethesda in general, and you have Game Pass, just get the premium upgrade for $30, and you could play Starfield early. So that's what I did. I just have Game Pass. I paid the $30. I didn't buy the whole game or anything. Anyway, enough about Starfield. Nobody wants to hear about that. So there we go. We got some engine parts. Let's get these wires out. There is the transmission. I wonder if we could actually... Might have to grab the good old jack. I guess I could try to push this into, I don't think there's actually a drive shaft. No, there's not. So all we have is these, do I have my wrench in my hand? Yeah. All we have is this transmission. Yeah, there we go. Is that both of them? Indeed it is. What does this thing says? Very used, but it doesn't seem that it will last long. Yeah, it doesn't. It does it. It doesn't, does it? Okay, there we go. Now, I think before we actually start buying parts, just to make it a little more simple for myself to do the math, to see how much we've invested in this, we're going to go ahead and just sell all the crap parts before we actually start buying anything. Let's just take a look at these. Okay, these don't seem to have a parts condition on them, so we're going to just screw those right back in. Does those pedals come off? Oh, I didn't know these actually came off. Well, that's interesting. We're going to have to take that off just to see. Let's see if we can get this gear, or this brake lever off. It's in good condition, so we will just leave that back on as well. Alright, and let's take a look at the rest of it, see if any of these panels need to be replaced. Not the panels, but the floorboards and such. Well, we actually, oh, we got the trunk to do, so that's good to know. Let's take a look and see what we're dealing with for suspension. Well, we do not have anything that looks good. Yeah, this is going to be basically a full-blown... We're going to have to reach that from the trunk. Let's see if we can grab this control arm. Indeed, is this good? Bit used, but as new. Well, that is fantastic. So we'll set that over there. We will chuck this. Oops. Chuck this over here. Damn it, fuck the chuck. Okay. Let's see, any front suspension parts. It does not appear so. All we got left is this one. There we go. This one shock absorber. Alright, there we are. Let's take a look at the window components. Does this work? It does seem to work, but I don't see any glass in there. Let's just go ahead and... Oops. Yeah, of course. There we go. Let's see. What does it say? Used, but still works. Fantastic. We're going to just set that over there. And, okay, there we go. So we got 3 doors. And really nothing included. This has a back window. Okay, that has the front. Let's take a look at the windshield wipers. Okay, those look pretty good. Let's take a look at the value. So it's worth $1,000 right now. We're actually going to take this off just to look at it. I do want to start a full-blown used, but still works. That's fine. I do want to start, like, basically a full rebuild. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and just pull off the bumper as well. Yeah, let's turn on our flashlight here. There we go. And what about the front? What do we got? We got 2 blinkers, 1 headlight. They all look like they actually work. I don't know about the bulbs, though, inside, or if there are even bulbs. Let's take a look at the back. Looks like we only have 1 taillight back here, which may or may not be in good condition. So let's go ahead and grab our screwdriver so we could finish removing the rest of these parts here. Yeah, I might break these up into kind of calculated videos. We'll see. I'm not a very calculated kind of person. I am a do it on the whim, you know, see how she blows kind of guy. You know, let's see, live in the moment. Anyway, what do we got? Tail light. See, I don't know if this is good or not. It looks pretty bad. See the coloring on it? Yeah, I'm not too sure. Okay. Anyway, we will... You know what, I think we'll get new lights if... I don't know, we'll stick it over here. I mean, it's not cracked, so... And like I said... Oh yeah, the radiator. Let's pull off the radiator. Oops, that was actually the grill, not the radiator. The grill looks fine. We are just going to set this over here as well. Let's go ahead and grab these lights real quick. Can't tell. I mean, it looks like it's a fine light, but it does kind of have some bad... Okay, this one actually has a bulb in it. I don't know if the burnt bulbs stay in there or if they just kind of disappear, you know what I mean? Can we pull that out? It doesn't appear, so I probably have to use the pry tool or something. And then all we got left is this one headlight. We can actually... There we go. We can actually get it off. Okay, there we go. All right, and oops, damn it. And let's set this over here as well. And we're gonna pull off the wonderful radiator next. We'll start with this top bolt. I don't know why they're not working today. Yeah, okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I'm on loose, so yeah, let's gonna set that down, pick it back up. There we go. There we go. And this radiator looks actually brand new. So we're good on this. That's good. What does it say? Used, but still works. Well, I am fine with that, actually. All right, so let's pull off the mirrors, I suppose. It's hard to tell how those are, but I think they're actually good. Should we pull them off? Windows look good. The flapper adapter looks good. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Let's see how much she's worth with everything removed. Only 750 freaking dollary dues. Okay, cool. So next up, let's go ahead and just start doing the grinding, the body work, all that good stuff. We will go ahead and grind out all the rust first. That seems like the logical step. Then once it's all ground out, we can start doing the hammering. Now let me know down below. I'm going to probably just cut all the grinding out because it is loud. It's a bit of annoying. I don't know. Maybe it's not. It's also kind of satisfying, but I think I'm going to go ahead and cut all the grinding out. But do let me know down below if that's something you enjoy, or would you rather it just be kind of magically done? So let's go ahead and get this done, and we will be back. Figured I would just bring in little updates through the grinding, but we went ahead and got this whole side. As you can see, it was pretty dang rusty. All right, we do have some rust under here that I cannot get. So the easiest way to go about getting underneath rust like that is just going to be to pull off the door completely. I mean, look how long that took. It didn't take me too long to pull it off. Just take the time, pull it off. You'll save yourself many headaches. Oops. And we're just going to pull them all off, just preemptively. I think it's going to make sense. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's just much easier to do it this way. There's also some rust under this rocker panel here, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But let's go ahead and see if this is actually that much easier. And as you can see, it is. Look, we got right into those grooves with no problem. Same with those ones. And, okay, well that one looks good. Let's see which one I was actually having trouble with. I believe it was this one. So let's see how well this works. And as you can see... Oh, it didn't work too good. That's what you can see right there. But hold on. Okay, so this is a little bit difficult, but it seems like you have to get super, super close to it in order to make any kind of impact. And even at that, it's still not really getting it. There we go. So, you know, that's not probably a foolproof method, but as you can see, it did work. It seems like a lot of times when you have that rust, if you can just get a decent amount of it, it will disappear. But I do recommend, we'll leave that off. I do recommend as you're grinding, just kind of going in and out like that as close as you can. But if you could get it up on a surface like this to where you could actually get in there and do that, it seems like it works fairly well. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue on these other doors here. Okay, and just like that, these doors do appear to be at 100%, so I am going to get continued on the rest of the car here. Okay, and that does appear to be the rest of the rust. We had this panel a little bit back here, some on the front here, and some on the front there as well. But let's take a look at it. Yep, so we got a full 5 stars on our rust. So I think what we're going to do next, just to make it a little bit more easy on us when we paint it, and because I also want to have the video as a full rebuild of a car. So we're actually going to just pull off all these panels and get this thing down to the bare of the bones. So we're first going to start with this front quarter panel. This would be the front right quarter panel. And we'll go ahead and grab this front left quarter. There we go. And next we're going to be bringing out the welder and pulling off the rest of these quarter panels, the front back ends, all that fantastic stuff. And I didn't mean welder, I meant to say cutter. So yeah, let's grab this box. I don't know how much we have in here. Let's take a look. Oh, we don't have any in there. Okay, so we're going to throw that away. And let's see if we have anything else in here. Okay, apparently I have went through all my cutting discs. We do have this one, obviously. We will... Oh, nope, there's some up here. Let's see how many's in there. 2. Okay. Let's just throw this over there. Or not. Just set it over there, apparently. Okay. And then we will sit this. There's the grinder. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pull this disc off, and let's start grinding these pieces off. We will leave all this in, just so you guys can see where all the pieces are. So we're going to start with the back panel first. Obviously, we didn't have many there. Okay, there we go. And there we go. We have to wait for it to load in. Let's pick it up. Okay, there we go. So we got the 2 here, 2 here, and then 2 on the bottom there. And this should pull off our whole bottom panel. Indeed it does. We're just going to set this out here like so. And let's grab the side panels, I suppose. Or let's do the front, actually. Let's see. I think the front... I don't think the pieces are loading in yet. Okay, there they are. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for them to pop in like that. Let's grab all these. I think I missed one on this side, but we ran out. There we go, and that should be the last of that box. So we will be needing to stop at the store and grab some more. Just wait for it to load in. Just look at the rest of the car. You could tell if they're loaded in or not. And there it is. Okay, and there should be one more over here. Yep, right on this corner. That should be the whole front end. Perfecto. Set that over there. All right, and let's grab... So we're actually missing a rocker panel on this side. Let's go ahead and get this quarter panel back here. We're going to bust that one off right there. There's this bottom one here. And I think there might be one more on the inside. Oh, yeah, it's up top, actually, right here. And that'll be all the spots on that quarter panel. Let's see how we doing on our grinding disc. We're going to have to get a new box here pretty soon. All right, come on. There we go. It's loaded in. We got this one here. believe this bottom one, and there's one on the inside there. I don't know if that was enough, but we're going to run over and grab some new discs. Alright, I just grabbed 3 more boxes. We'll throw this over there. Apparently I can't throw those. Let's go ahead and pick up another. There we go. Get her on, and we're missing one still on this quarter panel, which it appears it hasn't loaded yet. So there we go. Sometimes if you just drop it like that and pick it back up, it works. Let's take a look. Those should be all for the wheel wells himself. There it is, right there. Perfect. And let's pull this off. Okay, there we go. And let's see. We got this rocker over here we're going to get. Okay, there we go. So we got this bottom one here. And I think that's actually it. No, there's more to it. On the inside here, yep. 1 and 2. And let's pull that off. That will be on the right side. We got the car kind of backwards over here. And now we're going to pull off these little side bits. There we go. Let's pull this side one off here. And this one here. And those should just pop off. Yep, there we go. So we'll stick these over here as well. And this one over here as well. Alright, let's see what else can we pull off. It's going to be difficult to paint. I mean, these are all pretty easy parts to paint, so there's no real point to pull it off. I mean, we could pull it off just for the sake of doing it, which I think we might actually just do that. So we're going to go ahead and grab that piece there, and that should bring off this whole back piece. Alright, there we go. It's all loaded in. We might as well pull the rest of it off. Yeah, might as well. If we're going to do it, we might as well just do it, right? Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and pick it up, drop it, stick it on our hand, and wait for it to pop in. There she is. So we got this middle piece and these 2 side pieces. There we go, and the roof has came off. Fantastic. Just going to set it all here. Now give me just a few moments here. I'm actually just going to reorganize all these pieces. Alright, now that looks pretty freaking cool if you ask me. I like that quite a bit. Okay, so let's see how much the car is worth real quick here. 522. We have a little bit more work to do before we are done here with disassembling. So we are going to go ahead and pull off this bad panel real quick. There we go. We got 1, 2, and 3, and that should be all of them. Indeed it is. So we're just going to set this over here. Actually, that's the wrong pile. We're going to set this over here. And yeah, that should be it. Next up will, of course, be the painting of it before we actually start reassembling. Yeah, okay, before we end it, I'm just going to gather all this junk stuff up, and I'm going to take it down to Steve down there and see how much money we have before it's over. So bear with me. Okay.
Don't be going and using too much Bondo now.
Okay, so we made it down here. We're at 3277. Let's see how much we actually get from all these parts. All right, so 3277. We're almost at 3477. So almost 200 bucks for all that, right? 32, 33, 34. Yeah, it's almost 200 bucks for all those parts. So let's get back up to the house real quick. All right, there we go. We got that back in there. Yeah, we have quite a bit of parts in here for the 4-banger, but we'll get to those when we actually start rebuilding. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to take this car completely apart. So it's kind of a learning experience for some, you know, especially if you're having problems finding some of the weld points. But yeah, that'll be it for this one. The next one, we will get busy probably painting and, of course, putting it back together. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, just a basic take apart. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. See you later, guys.